Yay! For once I'm actually going to do a game room tour. Now, I want to quickly talk about some stuff while you're watching this. This is the Monday. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was at Niagara Falls Comic Con. So this video was just to hold you over until I can get the rest of the footage edited and everything. A couple of things to keep in mind. The game room isn't 100%. My collection isn't the biggest. It's my collection and I love it. So that's as good as it will get for anybody looking for anything rare. There's no Little Samson. There's no Surprise a Dinosaur Peak. I am happy you've been watching. I've been seeing a lot more comments, likes, and subscribes. Thank you very much. If this is your first time checking out my channel, I actually did a playlist of stuff I really enjoy that I hope you guys will be attracted to, that you guys will stick around and maybe a subscriber. So enough of me yammering on. I'll yammer on near the end. Let's take a look at some of my crap in my game room. So here we're going to start the tour at the futon actually. There's Joey Scribbles just hanging out. If you've ever seen Lazy Day Let's Play, a written show I do from time to time when I have time to actually work on it, Joey is pretty much the main star. But he's not always in this room. It is kind of his though. Anyways, on either side we got these Donkey Kong pillows my grandmother made me. I like them. They're really comfy pillows, I guess, if you wanted to sleep on them. And then on top is my old comforter from when I was a kid, a Legend of Zelda Super Mario comforter. And here we have a little Mario doll that I got in a nerd block, my old Sonic doll, and this one I picked up at a thrift store. I actually call it Meth Addict Sonic because if I can show you, he really doesn't look the greatest. Like, he's really kind of sketchy. Unlike my original Sonic. And as you can see on the futon, we got a vintage Pac-Man bed sheet. I wanted something different because 90% of the stuff in my game room is from when I was a kid, and it's mostly Nintendo oriented, so I was looking for something to show my love of arcade and have something different. So Pac-Man, and I love it. It's the old Midway Pac-Man, because he's got the nose. Anyways, and up on the wall, we have my Puronage sign I picked up at Fan Expo in Toronto. Bought from the creators of Puronage. Here's a bunch of PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and DS games, and a pile of consoles, and some plug-and-plays, and my microphone for live streams. But most of this stuff hasn't been up on the shelves yet because I kind of don't have time to put up new shelves yet. That will be in my second game room tour. And here's my mic that I use. And something nobody actually notices is there's a little skull on there. Considering Pale Productions, Pale Pete, it's a skull, so I figured we'll put him on here. But you don't really see them in there in the live streams or when I use them. So these are actually full magazines. I like the artwork on it. As you can see, the Game Players has Street Fighter, PlayStation Magazine, Crash Bandicoot 3, but I love the artwork on this. It looks painted like the original one, so I put it in a frame. And if you've ever seen my Amiibo videos, you notice this wall. It's usually in the background, so I'll show it off here. So my Amiibos, we got Shovel Knight, Green Yoshi, Green Yarn Yoshi, Villager, sorry, for some reason I had a brain fart, Famicom Rob, then I had the Retro Pack, and Blue Yoshi, Sonic the Hedgehog, Pixel Mario, Classic, a Japanese Mega Man, because I never got a chance to pick up Mega Man when he first came out, so I made do with a cheaper Japanese one, which I still like, don't get me wrong. Bowser Jr., Fox Falcone, Diddy Kong, Zero Suit Samus, Ryu, however the hell you want to say it, one of my Silver Marios, Little Mac, Dr. Mario, and then my Pac-Man that my wife and I made, which we call Pac-Buster. We gave him a little proton pack. Hope you can see that, because I can't see the screen. And I also designed the back of the package to look like an original Ghostbusters package. Here's a painting I did of a UFO picking up, that's right, Atari ET. So we're going to look at these shelves behind me. I don't think you ever really get to see them. Some of this stuff was given to me, like the Splatterhouse mask was given to me by my buddy Kyle. And behind here is this Japanese or Chinese, I'm sorry, soccer Luigi keychain. They only had the one at the dollar store, so I picked it up. This is one of my favorite pins. I've had it forever. I picked it up at a head shop way back when. Ron Jeremy as Mario. I thought that was pretty cool. Beside it is a Ubisoft 25-year Assassin's Creed coin given to me by my buddy Kyle. We got some empty cans of the energy drinks, Mega Man and Mario. My small collection of World of Nintendo figures. If you ever see my bottoms up, usually you'll see the Luigi, or Wario, sorry. I usually put that there as a tribute to Jew Wario. If you've never seen his YouTube channel, check it out. It's because of him I got the nerve to actually do bottoms up. The Castlevania Dracula was given to me by Kyle as well. A little Lego Blanca, my favorite Street Fighter character. My Frogger watch. It's a clock. Actually, I remember we got these as kids at Wendy's. Frogger 2. My Pyronage business card I picked up, and a gold Pikachu from Burger King. I don't have a case or anything for it. And this is my World of Nintendo Star Fox McCloud. Still in pack. Now we move on to some handhelds and some, well, handhelds and Tiger stuff. This is so far my Frankenstein Game Boy. I'd like it to have all the accessories. Then we have a Game Boy Color, black Game Boy, Sega Game Gear, the Pokédex, a couple of Tiger and Tamagotchi, just because I figured it'd be funny. Game Boy Advance, DS's, DSi, Game Boy Advance SP, sorry. This was an ad I got for Bomberman, the extension or expansion thing for your controller from my Famicom. I'll show you that after. Resident Evil 5 screen cell. This quantum bottle I actually made myself. Ooh, pretty. The poker chips were given to me by Kyle as well. Thank you, Kyle, for all the cool stuff you gave me. This is one of my favorite things in the game room. It's actually my signed amiibo by Charles Martinet, the voice actor behind Mario and many of the other characters. Now I'll move on to the consoles. Nothing's behind me. My Rob the Robot. I know he's not a console, but he's there. This is my Crystal Xbox, my modded 500 gig Xbox I bought from my buddy Mike, my Atari, and my main box. There is a video, if you haven't seen it, on the channel. Check it out. It's just arcade games. Then we got some books. I'd like to get more video game books. Scott Pilgrim, I believe, should be in here, and Scooby-Doo Plug and Play, and some random stuff. Here we got the Genesis, the Super Nintendo with Mario Paint. That's coming up in a video. 2 colors of GameCubes and a plug and play system. 1 PlayStation with mod chip. And the Sega Saturn. And on the floor we got the trash can. We got the Brutal Legend art book. And yes, the Power Glove. It's so bad. On top of the TV, we're making it through. We got the Mega Man helmet. my webcam. I just put it on top of this Space Invader. It's actually a bottle opener. And the Pixel Godzilla, Pixel Donkey Kong. I actually 3D printed this. It's actually a plant holder of a Bulbasaur. I like them. And my TV. I should show off my TV. It's a tube TV. As you can see, there I am. Bah! Yeah, it does well. And I'll show you the actual setup. I don't have a great setup, like a nice clean setup like Metal G's is, but I still like it. It's my setup. I love it. So, we have a red Wii, a white one, which has some damage. I have a better one. I don't know why it's not here. The white one is modded. And we have, excuse me, and we have a black Wii. I actually picked up a black Wii and a white Wii at a thrift store for $8 for both of them. Here we have an Atari plug and play. It's actually plugged into play. And we have the PlayStation Slim and the Fat Boy for PS2. Then we have the 64. I put it here because it's easier to get at. With no mercy. I think me and Carswell were playing it last. Put my zappers in here just for easy get to. And my Nintendo. The same one since I was a kid. Works fine. I love it. Never get rid of it. And then here is actually the newest add-on. My grandmother actually found at a yard sale. It's the FC Twin. It actually plays not Game Boy at all. It plays Super Nintendo and Nintendo on one console. So it's pretty neat. So here's a bucket of controllers. It's just I don't really have much room right now, so that's most of the ones that we use are over here. In this, there's actually some extra consoles that I have. Just keeps it out of there. I actually have had this bag since I was a kid. Love it. The unfortunate part is the handle is a little frayed. Wear and tear, right? This Wii bag actually has a modded Wii white one in it as well. The Game Boy case actually does have a Game Boy in it. And this Game Gear case actually has a full set of Game Gear games. Not a complete collection, but the whole thing is full of Game Gear games and a Game Gear. I will show that off in my next game room tour. And then, over here, we got the Beanie Baby Bowser. That's actually on the Lazy Day Let's Play Christmas episode. And the Nerd Block that's, can I show it to you? Nope, I'm going to knock everything down. So I'm not doing that. There's Game Boy Advance, and DS games, loose ones. Atari controllers in this box. Okay. Here's some random stuff. So we got a Thwomp that I 3D printed. My first 3D printed thing ever. And just some EB Games stuff. Just because one day this stuff will be obsolete. Oh, I should show you this. This was my very first gaming magazine. By the date on it, October 94, I bought this when I was a kid with some birthday money. So I put it in a frame as a keepsake. And some fans from Club Nintendo. I actually do miss Club Nintendo. This Pikachu clock is pretty cool to me. It's a Japanese Pikachu clock. It doesn't say Pikachu. It's actually really noisy and obnoxious. But I picked this up right after I seen the first Pokemon movie when I was a kid in theaters. The Sonic Generations figure is actually an anniversary gift from my wife. I love it. I love classic Mario beside new, creepier Mario. And some Pokemon that I bought along the way when I was a kid. This Gremlins 2 is the NECA one. It was a Christmas gift from my friend Brittany. And on top of it is the washcloth from the Club Nintendo. Yeah, you know what this is. It's Atari E.T. Quote unquote the worst game ever. By the time you see this, it should be signed by Mr. Howard Scott Warshaw. And there's the statue that everybody seems to want really bad. I love it. It's cool. And behind it is the VHS copy of the first Pokemon movie. Some McDonald Mario figures. Sorry, I'm trying not to break anything while walking through here. My Ouya controller. This is an in-box not PlayStation, Super Mario 3 complete. And, oh, the promo video for Donkey Kong Country. Now, my game collection isn't the biggest, and one day I hope it will be a bigger collection. It's just, right now, it's harder to collect around these parts. So I'm just going to kind of show you what I got, kind of quickly, because, well, yeah. Got both Turtle games, love them. WrestleMania, and Tiny Toons Adventures. If you haven't played that, you should. It's a great game. Adventure Island. Yoshi's a fun one. Double Dragon. How can you go wrong with Double Dragon? Even though there's some misspelling. And this one's fun. It's usually called Crazy Kiwi if you play it on an arcade game. It's pretty fun. Gremlins 2 is a fun game in my eyes. And same with Kirby's Adventure. And then this is a complete in-box manual Ninja Brothers, Little Ninja Brothers. It's even got the actual tag that they would hang it from. So I got a protective case for it because it is one of my rarest games in my collection. Like that's standing like there. There we go. Now I move on to my small Super Nintendo. Now you might be wondering why I have two Marios. I should show you. So there's an American copy of Super Mario World and a Canadian. As you can see, the font is different and you're losing Yoshi's feet. And Mario's bigger. So that's why I have two copies of Super Mario World. Yoshi's Island. All three Donkey Kong games. Ren and Stimpy. I enjoy it. I don't know about anybody else. Mortal Kombat 3 and 1. For some reason I don't have 2. I have most of the Street Fighter games for Super Nintendo because I love Street Fighter. Paperboy 2. I like Paperboy 2 better than 1. Chuck Rock's fun. And then this is my repro cart of Super Mario World Return to Dinosaur Land. Wayne's World, terrible game, terrible. And I forgot to point out, I do have a copy of Earthbound Uncut because when they sent me my first copy of this, it didn't work. So as an apology, they sent me a new one that works fine and an Earthbound Uncut. I probably will never be able to get a real Earthbound. And I got the Super Game Boy, Pokemon Yellow. Then my small Sega Genesis collection where I've got the non-resale and the resale Sonic 2, Sonic 1, missing Sonic 3, and Knuckles. Beavis and Butthead, great game. If you're a Gwar fan, Gwar is in it. Bubsy the Cat. And then I got some loose there. Now, what do we got here? Got the Master Pokeball. Gotta catch your Mewtwo's. We got Backstage Assault, still in pack. Ghostbusters, complete. And Duck Hunt, complete. And Duck Hunt I've had since I was a kid, complete. Here's some of my favorite 64 games. Not all of them, I'll just kind of zoom by. We were playing them, so they're kind of messed up, but you can see what they are. Diddy Kong Racing. I always find that it's an underrated game on the Super Nintendo, or 64, because Mario Kart's so great. Dr. Mario, fun 2-player game. If your girlfriend or boyfriend doesn't like video games and you do, I recommend playing Dr. Mario 64. Everybody should play Dr. Mario. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Donkey Kong 64. I enjoy Gex 64. I know there's some problems. Jet Force Gemini. This is a fun one. Beetle Adventure Racing, fun. I found it from Metal Jesus. He was talking about it. Great game. Play it. It's fun. WrestleMania 2000, my favorite wrestling game of all time. WCW vs. NWO Revenge, Tony Hawk 1, Tony Hawk 2, Tony Hawk 3, Monster Truck Madness, Ready to Rumble, Body Harvest, Lego Racing, Blues Brothers 2000, terrible. Do I have Glover Mayhem? A couple of these I haven't even got to play yet, if you want to know my honest opinion. There it is. Glover. I enjoyed that. I'm going to go back and actually play that. Wave Race. And South. And then underneath, we got another gold card. No, Poliwhirl. And we got some games that are actually Wii U games. Wii U, Xbox 360, and Xbox One is actually in the living room. And I should show you these. So I'm slowly, really slowly starting to collect Super Famicom games. I actually modded my Super Nintendo to play them, and this is my first Famicom game, Super Famicom game, is Bomberman 3. My game plan is to only get the games that were never ported to Canada, or were never ported from Japan over. The Wii collection. And there's my Call of Duty Ghosts Hardened collection. I picked it up dirt cheap, so here's my Xbox One game, Xbox original games. And we start off with some of my favorites, to be honest. I don't know how the hell that one got in there, but... And then that's about... Oh, Call of Duty's fun. But after that, they all kind of start losing their way. Into my 360 games. And we got some boxed Game Boy Color games. And Game Boy Advance games. I think. And we go over here. I'll just show them really quick. And then on the floor, these are all sports titles. So if you're a game collector, you know that you always get a bunch of sports titles and a lot. So unfortunately, mine sit on the floor. Last but not least, it's my wall. My wall, this is my game plan with this wall. And hold on, I don't want to trip over a bunch of shit. Okay, so see this wall here? There's a print. Smash Bros. Print. I should show it. Right here. This wall, I'll take the print down. I really want to start an art wall and get some artist friends of mine to actually do small little pictures, probably that size, like the one I did, and make this my artist wall. Just because I think that would be really, really cool to see just a bunch of different art styles for video games. This is the one I painted. We got some of my favorite arcade characters in the background. Donkey Kong, Frogger, a Space Invader, Pac-Man. Didn't want to put them all in there because, well, I did the main box. And to wrap it all up, my 30th anniversary Mario Maker poster. So there it is, my game room. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's not the biggest, it's full of stuff. But I really should have saved this till later. I will be doing a second one Why should I saved it for later is because I'm gone to Comic-Con. Maybe I might have picked something really cool up that I could show you, but there should be a pickups video coming up pretty soon, so keep your eyes open for that. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said before, it's not the biggest collection, but it's mine and I enjoy it. Hopefully in time we will see the room get bigger. I will do another one when it's 100% shelves up. I know I have a bunch of shelves now, but when I get it all done, I will be doing another one. I do want to get a big Dragon's Lair poster for above the TV. So, and I want to get buckets for the video game controllers. And get it a little neater. Get a nice live stream rolly table instead of the little one that I use now. So there are some big plans. My big goal is to get a complete Nintendo handheld collection. That's one of my big goals. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, because you didn't like the game room, you didn't like my ugly mug on your screen, you don't have to like everything on YouTube. Hit that thumbs down button. You can do it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Check out the Pale Productions channel if you're just checking out because you read Game Room Tour. Like I said, there is a playlist there of videos that I picked out personally that I hope you enjoy. They're some of my favorites, some of the ones I think I did the best work of to try to keep you guys entertained. If you're new to the channel, old to the channel, I do try to upload at least 2 videos a week. Usually I've got 3 or more. So anyways, if you liked it, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, stay crazy my friends, game on, and I'll talk to you later.